You're listening to Clearview Today with Dr. Abinand Shah, the daily show that engages mind and heart for the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Ryan Hill.
I'm John Galantis.
You can find us online at clearviewtodayshow.com, or if you have any questions for Dr. Shah or suggestions for new topics, send us a text to 252-582-5028, or you can email us at contact@clearviewtodayshow.com.
That's right. You guys can help us keep the conversation moving forward by supporting the show. You can share it online with your friends and your family. Leave us a good 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasting content from. And we're going to go ahead and leave a link right there in the description so you can do just that.
A little early Christmas present.
Just a little something for you all to just kind of just be thinking of us. Think of me. Hey, look, it's the start of a great week. Mm-hmm. We got a great week of content for
coming
you
out
guys.
Swinging.
Oh, yeah, we're coming out swinging heavy out the gate. Dr. Shah's writing a paper. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more as the week goes on. But, Ryan, for the first portion of our week, I just got a really quick question for you, my friend. Do you want $1 million? Oh,
always,
baby,
yes.
It's $1 Million Monday. Hey, look, I got a great one for you. $1 million. But anytime you have an insane dream, like you ever just had one of those dreams where you wake up and you go, what in the world was I eating last night?
I have.
I had one of those this morning.
Really?
Yo, yeah, it was crazy. Anytime you have an insane dream, someone from within the dream appears to you in real life and they try to reenact the dream with you.
Just insane dreams?
If you just dream about like being, I don't know, just stressed about paying your taxes or whatever, the IRS ain't gonna hassle you in real life. But if you have like one of those crazy, insane dreams,
I'll take that.
Someone from your dream, yeah.
It's very rare that I remember my dreams at all, and when I do, they're almost never outlandish.
Okay,
like it's like I'm stuck in traffic somewhere.
Right. So I want to tell you the dream I had, and then see how this plays out. My son Gavin has been playing tons of Sonic the Hedgehog lately. Loves Sonic the Hedgehog. Has fallen in love. I dreamt last night, because we got him the new, the Sonic Generations remake with Shadow the Hedgehog in it, right? I dreamt that we were playing that game, and somehow we were on like the level Radical Highway from like Sonic Adventure 2, and Shadow the Hedgehog
in my head,
jumped,
like I know what that is.
He jumped up into this hot air balloon where Amy Rose, like the pink hedgehog, whatever, the girlfriend, sees him jumping, thinks that it's actually Sonic, so she grabs him and gives him a mwah, kiss on the cheek. And then Shadow gets real angry, and Gavin was like, she shouldn't have done that. That's not her boyfriend. Then I woke up. That's how crazy it was. Okay, so for $1 million, Amy Rose would like actually appear in real life and try to kiss me on the cheek, and Gavin would be upset about it. Like the characters in your dream actually appear and try to recreate it.
Are you in any physical danger?
No. In fact, you can tell them to go away. Like you can just be like, "Hey, get away from me." You can interact with them as
do
you
other
would.
people see them, or is this just a hallucination for me?
No, reality is upended. Yeah,
okay.
They like.
I would take that. I'd still take that. It's rare that I have like crazy wacko dreams.
I have them a lot. I think I eat really bad. I think I eat poorly before bed.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think I would take it.
I think I would also take the money as well. But then there's some of those dreams where you really want I don't want people.
Yeah.
I think it's like an Inception thing where like those characters in the dream, you don't even notice they're there. But imagine them coming out in real life and being like, did you hide the money? And it's like, what?
What?
And you're like it's like trying to remember when you wake up. It's like, did you hide the money? And they pull out like a knife. It's like, yeah, dude,
What are you talking
about?
You gotta chill.
And you're wait. I think I dreamt about this. And people around you can see it. I would take the money as well. It would definitely make life a lot more interesting.
Yeah. I wonder about Dr. Shah. Would you think he would take the dream to reality?
I don't even know if he dreams that much. He dreams like about manuscripts and stuff.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think in his dreams, if he dreams about like old professors and scholars and stuff, I feel like he could pretty much handle any trouble they would cause.
That's what I think.
Unless they're like trying to build a spaceship or something. I don't know. That's the thing is like when you start applying dream logic to the real world, it's like just nothing will ever come of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he would take it.
Write in and let us know if you would take that deal. 252-582-5028, or you can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com. Stay tuned for more information about the secret word.
Oh yeah, we got a new secret word kind of thing going on. There's been a lot of drama around the secret word, but we're going to clear it up today. Our friend David's going to explain the new rules of the secret word.
That's right. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Hey, what's going on, listeners? My name is John.
And I'm Ellie.
And we just want to take a second and let you know about Dr. Shah's new book on the market right now called Can We Recover the Original Text of the New Testament? Boy, that is a long title.
True, but it's a very simple message. The original text of the New Testament is not only attainable, but there are lots of different ways that scholars go about discovering it.
There's a lot of people out there saying that the original text is lost forever, or that it's hopeless to actually try to find it, or that there's many texts of the New Testament. But alongside Dr. David Allen Black, Dr. Shah has actually compiled papers from some of the world's leading experts in textual criticism, including one written by himself on various methodologies for extracting the original text. And listen, if you're interested in textual criticism, this book is a great introduction to the field.
You can pick up your copy on Amazon, or you can buy it from our church website. That's clearviewbc.org. We're going to leave a link in the description box so you can get your copy today.
Love that. Ellie, let's hop back in.
Let's do it.
Like if you dream that you're in a food fight, like in school, right?
So it happens.
It'll happen. Like someone from your school will show up here at Clearview and be like, "Food fight."
Yeah.
But you don't have to accept it. You can be like, "Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Go sit down." And then they'll probably do it. I mean, they'll be 15 if that's how they were in the dream.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you're $1 million richer. Good job.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, the verse of the day today is coming to us from Acts chapter 11, verse 18. When they heard these things, they became silent, and they glorified God, saying, "Then God has also granted to the Gentiles repentance to life."
Oh, amen to that. Because guess what? I'm a Gentile.
Yeah. That is coming from the Jerusalem Council, and that was a big deal in the early church. And the big question was, what do we do now? Do Gentiles also have to keep the law in order to be part of the family of God?
Right.
Now, don't think for a moment that that was the point that Gentiles could now be saved. Gentiles could be saved always, and there have been. The Jewish people, or the people of Israel, or the Hebrews, or the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they were to be a light unto the lost world. So at any time, Gentiles could be saved, and they were saved. But the Jerusalem Council was the point where they no longer had to go through the rituals and sacrifices, not in order to be saved, because even Jewish people and people of Israel were not saved by the rituals and sacrifices.
Right.
They were just part of the parameters or the fence that kept them in. It was a tutor to bring them to Christ.
Yeah.
It was not the means of salvation.
Right.
So Gentiles did not keep the law. Jesus talks about that, right? With the Pharisees, he said, you travel land and sea to make one convert, and then you make him a child of the devil, worse than you. So it's not that they were keeping the law to be saved, but they would like almost become semi-Jews, right? Semi-Jewish people.
The Gentiles that
Gentiles
were grafted in. I got you.
So they would now be like, bring a lamb to the Passover. They would keep the burnt offerings. They would keep the peace offerings. They would do all those kind of things. They would be circumcised. That was a big deal. Circumcision was a huge deal. Big battleground.
Right.
And I would say, not for some deep theological reason, it was just very obvious. I mean, you got to,
Right.
do we need to do this?
Right.
I mean, it's painful. It's embarrassing. But should we do it? And Jerusalem Council was held to decide, do they need to go through the law anymore? And the answer came back, no.
Yeah.
Just like you and I don't have to go through the law anymore, Gentiles don't either.
Right.
And in time, the Jewish people sort of dropped the law and the sacrifices and the rituals, and Gentiles never had to.
Wow.
We talked about this recently in Illuminate, talking about we started with a list of all kinds of fears. Like typically I'll do an icebreaker to hook people. So we started with a list of obscure fears like nyctophobia, anthropophobia, all kinds of dodecaphobia is like fear of the number 13.
Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliaphobia.
That one was on there.
Should I go ahead and hit this?
No.
Should I?
Like he's saying, was that the secret word?
I'm not going to say which.
Is it?
Which one?
Did you say the secret word?
Don't know. Maybe I did.
No, maybe I did. You gotta tell him.
But which one? Not if you don't get the right word. Which one do you think it was?
Oh my goodness.
One of those was the secret word.
The whatever phobia was it?
Dodecaphobia?
Uh-huh.
That's not the secret word.
Which one was it?
That's not.
Dodeca is what, like a 12?
13.
13.
Or no, dodeca is 12.
I think I think you got to give it to Dr. Shaw on that one. He knew good and well.
Dodecaphobia was not the secret word, though.
What were the other ones that you did?
Nyctophobia?
Then it's that one.
Like you're afraid of Nick?
Nope. No. Nyctophobia is the fear of darkness.
Oh, yeah, Nick. Night.
Oh yeah, I knew that because there was
Nyctophobia.
a haunted house up in New York called Nyctophobia.
The secret word
That a big
was
thing.
anthropophobia.
Anthropophobia.
The fear of humans or human company.
So what? So we said we were gonna talk
you're
about
here.
the secret word. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. We said we were gonna talk about the secret word in the intro when we forgot. What are the new rules for the secret word segment?
I am now the secret word bearer.
The bearer.
I'm the secret word czar. I'll take that.
Okay.
You're the word czar.
I'm the word czar.
I like
yeah,
that.
let's just go with the word czar.
Yep, I know what
Like the
words
word czar?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
By the way, where in the world did the whole czar thing
I
come
don't know.
from?
I was like, the whole point is to make
Why
us
did we
not-
borrow that term?
Yeah, that's like if we don't want to look like a dictatorship, you definitely don't want to call someone the border czar.
Yeah, I mean,
we were getting rid of
I heard that word, being used about Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, where did the idea?
So exactly, I thought they were saying because President Trump just elected Tom Homan to be the new border czar. I thought that was them throwing shade. Turns out, no, it's actually
That's
called
what
that.
it's called,
That's
I
what his
guess.
title is. I wish that weren't the case. Anyway, what were you saying?
So, I'll be the word czar from now on because I know what the words are. So what
that
I'm
was
He's the
pretty
doing,
good.
word czar
I gotta
because he
give you
knows
that
what the
one, David.
words
That was pretty
are.
good.
All
I'll give
right,
you- I'll
well
give you
done.
that one. Good job, Dave.
what's happening from this point on is for the day I'm sending each person a word. Okay. So today was Ryan's word.
Yes.
Tomorrow it will be your word.
Dr. Shaw's word on Tuesday.
No. We're going Ryan, John, Dr. Shah.
Okay, well, I
Ryan,
gotta adjust my
John,
schedule.
Dr. Shah.
Now,
It's
here's
gonna-
my question:
Yes.
Is it going to travel in an order?
Yes, it's always going to be Ryan, John, Dr. Shah.
Then we'll always know who's trying to slip it in.
Yeah, it's always a game of one against the others. I mean, we can do it. I just figured that it would be like an order, like who it
I thought
is.
each of us get a word per day. I thought each of us were going to get a word.
Yeah, I would
no,
say, what if we just get a word per day?
Like everybody gets a word.
and then
for the
and then
episode.
we're all
We're
just
all trying to figure it out.
Figure out who's up.
Okay, so I'm the word czar, and this is how this works. Everybody's going to get a word per day. And what we're going to do
This was
is-
originally my idea. I
this
thought
was
of this.
originally, I thought this through, and I think this is the best way. Everybody's going to get a word per day, and everybody has to try to slip it in at some point.
I like it.
I like that.
I like
Funny,
it.
Now-
funny.
The thing is, it's not the same thing. I know we had originally talked about who can get it in the most or how many times can you get it in. I'm giving y'all funky words. So it's not who can do it the most. It's just who
Yeah,
can do it.
anthropophobia coming across my phone was wild.
So
I
was that a
wasn't-
bald-faced lie? Did y'all talk about that?
No, we
in the-
really did. 100%.
Okay.
I just saw a segue and I was like, I can use it because my point was we talked about fears of all of these obscure fears, but it was related to we're afraid that we're missing something in our relationship with God. Like there's some extra step that we're not doing when really Jesus accomplished everything on the cross.
I got you. Cool.
Anyways, that secret
really,
word
there really was a tie-in. It just
I got
with
you.
the
I got
word
you.
czar.
was a little bit ham-fisted to get the word in.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, let's move on to our Clearview Current segment. I had no good segue for that. That's how the secret word's going to work. So you're done for the day. You're
Yeah, I'm
for
done.
this episode. Okay,
I'm done.
Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Clearview Current, where we cut through the chaos of today's headlines with a clear Christian perspective. We're here to keep you up to date on what's going on in the world, big or small.
Bro, I love that theme music, man. Coming to you in 4K stereophonic sound. So, Justice Sonia Sotomayor, or Dr. Shah, is she's not happy. She's 100% not happy.
Not happy, Bob.
I'm not happy.
Why am I not
By
happy?
the way, let me go ahead and get mine in there because I got stereophonic. Stereophonic is, I don't even think I used it right, of or relating to sound reproduction designed to create the effect of listening to the original. So it's like we're it's like you're actually listening to
Epistograph. Okay.
it's like you're actually listening to the news. Turns out some people on the
I'll
left.
put my word in there too. So,
Wait, you did it? I just did. What did he say?
anopistograph.
I didn't even hear him say it. Did he really say it? Yo, you got to work.
I mean, this is this is ridiculous. We gotta have a better system than this.
By the
we need
way,
a better game master.
the way that I chose words based on what y'all do. You do music, so stereophonic.
goodness.
You do you've done psychology in your
Wow.
degrees and stuff. So I gave you a fear, and you do stuff with text criticism and writing.
One-sided
So
writing.
one-
He
One-sided
actually
writing, yeah.
said it out loud, and neither one of us.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I know pistograph kind of thing.
Yeah, just-
And everybody like, oh, so moving along. Like,
I didn't hear him say it.
Yay me.
I heard you speak, but I
that is too
didn't
funny.
even think. Okay, the people on the left, they're trying to oust Justice Sonia Sotomayor, right? With President Trump's election, they thought, listen, if this is kind of morbid, I hate to even talk this way, but if Justice Sotomayor retires or dies, she's 70 years old, and they're thinking that if she's out, President Trump will appoint a new Republican justice and stack the court in his favor. So these people who are all about compassion, who are all about kindness and loving people, their plan is to just oust Sotomayor and put someone else in so that Trump can't.
before Biden leaves the
Before
office.
Biden leaves the office.
Go ahead and get this in real quick.
Turns out Sotomayor said, "Kiss my foot. I'm not going anywhere."
Really? Did she really?
She didn't
I'm
say
no, not in those words, but did she really say I'm not interested?
She
in
said
that?
she's not stepping down.
Okay,
She has
good.
no
Good for her.
interest in stepping down.
Good
No.
for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is very indicative of how the left operates. They have this and again, it's coming from social Marxism, which is do things for the collective. Forget about you as an individual. You are one of the masses, and we as the masses have to deny ourselves, come together to fight for the greater cause. What is the greater cause? Who knows? Who cares? But somehow I feel justified.
Right.
Right.
Justified because I don't have nothing to live for and fight for. So I am fighting for this ideal. So denying myself and fighting for the collective is the way to go. Until it happens to be you,
Right, that's
who
right.
has to deny yourself by stepping out of one of the highest offices in the land, in the world, I would say,
Yeah.
right? The Supreme Court, and saying, okay, all right, for the greater good, I'm going to go ahead and bow out.
Yeah. No, I was saying everyone else would do that. And I, like, for me, so I could say in this position of power.
I could be mistaken, but isn't getting on the Supreme Court, like, that's the final move, right? Like, there's no career advancement beyond that.
That's a big deal.
And not necessarily everybody wants to do that.
Right.
You know, there are people who probably were picked and they said, no, I'm not interested.
I got you.
Because it's a different kind of work.
Yeah.
It's a great work, but now you are in a whole different category. You have to live in that world.
I guess I just can't imagine being on the Supreme Court and then going on to do something else afterwards, like after
Right.
being ousted or after being asked to retire. BBC put out an article today at the time of recording, and it said Senator Bernie Sanders on Sunday acknowledged the NBC Meet the Press that he had heard a little bit of talk. Quote, this is in quotes, a little bit of talk about Justice Sotomayor, because a lot of people are saying there's no Democrats anywhere calling for her resignation. Bernie Sanders is saying, I have heard a little bit of talk about her being asked to step aside, but said calls for her to resign are not sensible.
Yeah.
Meaning, if he's saying there's a little bit of talk, there's probably a lot of talk.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah.
actually happening.
Yeah, and this is where you realize this mindset of working for the collective, that individuals, personalities, goals, visions just dissolve
Yeah.
for the greater good. It's garbage. This is not how we were made. This is not how God created us to be, and that's why secular Marxism or social Marxism falls apart.
I heard someone say one time, I think we talked about it, Dr. Shah, that the sovereignty of the individual is one of the greatest things that the West ever adopted, and it comes from Judeo-Christian principles.
Absolutely.
Did you see that a lot growing up in India, or was it more like Eastern, like
Collectivist.
collective? Let's
No.
do what's for the greater good.
Because of the British influence in India for several hundred years, I'm not saying the British really like transformed India for Christ or anything like. In fact, they're the ones who oftentimes opposed the gospel. Okay, the gospel was not as much opposed by Indians as it was opposed by the British, because seeing people come to know Christ means now they're going to come to your church. Who wants that? Let's leave them Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs and whoever so that we can continue to rule.
Right.
And that was a foolish decision, because in time people got educated and said, okay, you're gone.
Yeah. We're done with you
Right.
now.
Yeah. So it actually backfired horribly. Having said that, it did leave a sense of understanding of capitalism and the value of the individual and those kind of things. Yes, in India there was communism, especially in the south and in the east, like the states of Bengal, West Bengal, or Kerala. They have the Communist Party, and very, very strong. Those red shirts were everywhere. But that's where that mindset comes from.
Yeah.
Great point.
For the collective, you have to sacrifice yourself.
This is sort of a it's sort of a departure, but not really, because we're still talking about the importance of Christianity and faith in politics. But did you see where today, at the time of recording this, today, President-elect Donald Trump appointed someone to be the next U.S. where President-elect Donald Trump actually appointed the next U.S. ambassador for Israel, and it's someone kind of cool, someone kind of special, someone
we know,
someone we know, which is
been
really
on the
wild
Clearview
to
Today
say.
show.
Yeah, someone who sat in this very room about 2 feet
Right
away
there.
from Dr. Shah,
Just maybe 2 months ago.
if that.
If that.
And that's Governor Mike Huckabee.
That's right.
That was crazy.
That's right. I had people texting me just a couple hours ago and saying, "Hey, did you watch the news?" Sending me pictures of screenshots of the TV of the news of Governor Mike Huckabee being picked for ambassador to Israel.
That is amazing.
That is really cool.
I cannot think of anybody better for that
No,
job.
not at all.
Anybody better.
Absolutely.
President Trump said Mike has been a great public servant, governor, and leader in faith for many years. I completely agree. I know I speak for all of us. He loves Israel and the people of Israel, and likewise the people of Israel love him. Mike will work tirelessly to bring about peace in the Middle East.
Absolutely.
And can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I believe him.
I believe him.
Yes.
I believe he'll do it.
I mean, he's not only a politician, a good one, but he's also a pastor. He understands scripture. He understands peace, the importance of peace.
Yep.
He also understands the importance of the ethnic Jewish people. And so I think he's got a good balance. He loves people. So it's not like he is, I am all for Israel. Everybody else, can destroy yourselves. No, he is for all people. But at the same time, he also understands the value of standing for Israel.
That's right.
What a balance.
Yeah.
His daughter is the current governor of Arkansas.
That's right.
And she was quoted saying, "I went to Israel for the first time with my dad when I was 11, and it changed my life.
Yeah.
There's no one President Trump could have picked with a greater love for the Israeli people and commitment to the unbreakable bond between
awesome.
America and Israel than him." And then she posted, "Love you, Dad."
Oh,
But I think what's interesting is I think anyone who's been to Israel can relate, because when you go there, there's something about it. It truly changes your life.
Absolutely.
It changes the way you see God's people.
I've been there 4 times, planning on going again. I mean, especially now, planning on going. I mean, stop by and see
See
Governor Mike Huckabee and say, I just wanted to say hello.
Yeah, we'll bring him some. We should ship him some Pop-Tarts.
Send us some Pop-Tarts from the Clearview Today show. That's
For the
awesome.
benefit of our listeners, tell us about the Pop-Tart
the
story.
Pop-Tart thing. So
They're wondering, like, what is the Pop-Tart?
So we had Governor Huckabee on the show maybe 2 months back. We'll actually link to that episode in this show. But a lot of times we do these silly intros and stuff. And so a lot of times when you have people who are in politics, they're used to doing really to the point, very serious, almost accusatory interviews. So if you try to joke with them, sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. I'll have to think on that one." So we did it with Mike Huckabee, and I said, $1 million, but anytime you go and do like a formal black tie event or a banquet or a fundraiser, you have to bring a bunch of Pop-Tarts. He's like, "I'll eat those Pop-Tarts any day of the week."
He jumped right in, like just totally
like
riffing.
he'd been waiting for that answer or waiting for that question his entire career. He
Yep.
was like, "Oh man, the food at those banquets is nothing to write home about. It's trash."
Yeah, he looked at me and was like, "Am I right?" I was like, "Yes, you're 100% right." Because yes, the food at some of those big banquet halls, once in a while you find something good. If not, most of the time you're finding dry chicken, roast beef that is
Whole green beans.
Yes.
He got so into the question, we kept going, and then I was looking at the clock. I was like, "This is only a 30-minute show. We have one shot.
We
to do
gotta
this.
move on."
We can't spend half the episode talking about Pop-Tarts." So I was like, it was funny at first, but then I was like, I think we're really about to blow our episode just talking about Pop-Tarts with
Yeah.
Mike Huckabee.
But he was so easy to talk to.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was not like shocked and like,
Nope.
huh? What are you talking about? None of that. He was just very casual. He was very intelligent.
Yes.
Very much so. Very
He's a
much so.
very intelligent, articulate person.
Yes,
Very
that was-
relatable.
Yeah,
very,
very
I mean,
relatable.
he jumped right in and brought everything back to faith and faith's role in politics, which I appreciated, and I know that's that's on our heart here at the Clearview Today Show, especially yours, Dr. Shah.
Absolutely.
Faith and politics should not be separated from one another. In fact, the political world that we have today is built upon faith.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of times when you do interviews with people where you can feel maybe it's not conscious, but there's like they're almost trying to create a little bit of distance between the interviewer and themselves. With him, I felt the exact opposite. It was like he sat down and his goal was to make us feel like friends.
Right.
And I was like, man, for a Christian leader to do that with people that he doesn't. He could have come in, done a 30-minute interview, walked out, but felt like he went out of his way to make us all feel like friends.
Absolutely.
And I
So
very much appreciate it.
Yeah, we were very grateful to him for willing to come on the Clearview Today Show.
Yes.
So he didn't know about the show. He didn't know anything about it. And then he was informed. He said, hey, this is a great show. This goes over tri-state. I mean, it's in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. And so he was like, yeah, absolutely. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And he came in here. And the only thing he asked for was, because he is so popular, we were in the meeting with him and several people were speaking. He's like, when's the meeting over? Make sure you get somebody to get me out of there so I
we
can
can
be
do
on
this
your
show.
show with you.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes people come and talk and I don't mind that. It just, then I won't have time to do this because I'm flying out
Yeah, Right.
in a couple of hours. So I was like, I put 2 guys on him. I was like, make sure
Get him out of there.
you grab him and get him out while we're setting things up for the radio show. And he came in and his perspective was so Christian and biblical, but at the same time so informed.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree with that? I mean, he was very informed
Very
of what
much
was
so.
going on.
Absolutely knew and knew how to bridge the gap between this is the world in which I'm serving and this is the faith in which I'm bringing into that world, and how to marry those two things. I think that was he was so easy to talk to and so much fun.
Governor Huckabee, you have our support.
That's right. That's
very,
right.
very, very pleased with your appointment.
And if you're watching online, we'll link to that episode.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I'm excited about President Trump's picks so far. I mean, it's been amazing to watch. It's like wow. What's happening?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord, because we prayed for this for years.
Yes.
You can tell he's put a lot of thought into this.
Absolutely.
And was ready to pull the trigger.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm excited about the next 4 years.
Me too.
Great
Amen.
days. Great days are ahead.
Yes.
If you guys enjoyed today's episode, write in and let us know, 252-582-5028, or you can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com. Don't forget you can partner with us financially on that same website. Scroll to the bottom, click that donate button, and let us know it's coming from our Clearview Today Show family. John, what do you want to plug as our episode ends today? Episode.
Our episode is ending. I want to definitely plug 30 Days of Praying for America.
Yes.
This is daily devotions to heal our nation. Believe it or not, this book may or may not be sitting in the White House Oval Office. Well, not right this
Very
second,
soon.
but it will be after
Very soon.
January. This book was given to President Trump as a gift, and it's a great, great gift. We want you and your family to be blessed by it. Daily devotions to heal our nation. You can also pick up our debut album, that's Heaven Here and Now. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Rhapsody, anywhere digital music is sold.
That's right. Lots of great content coming your way the rest of this week. Make sure you guys tune in. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow on Clearview Today.